Right, Lee, it's finished Helston 2, Bristol Manor Farm 2 to cap off an interesting season. And what was your thoughts on that game today?
As you say, an interesting season. Like we've said enough times in the last couple of weeks, it's been a frustrating one at times with injuries and so on. And again today we've come down here with a few key players missing, but we've promoted from within, young lads coming into the squad and again give a good account of themselves. Yeah, there's moments when you could be forgiven to say it's an end of season dead rubber game, so to speak, but we wanted to leave the season on in a good way, and obviously Helston was trying to make sure they did the same, and it was one of those sort of games. There were some mental moments in the game from both teams. There were lots and lots of good chances created by both teams, and 2-2 was probably just about fair, but the script could have been near on perfect on the finish. A young lad in Van der Grub who we've had with our club over a number of years. He's gone on to other levels, but obviously I've got no doubt he'd do the same, but he's in the second half I thought he was on a different level to most other people on the pitch, and he nicked it for us at the end, and that's probably the story of our time together at the club. Over the years there's always been those type of moments and excitement, and is right to the last kick again today. So yeah, again, enjoyed every moment of this day, and there's still a bit to go yet in terms of journey home, get back to the club and do the awards.
Yeah, and Grub really took the game by the scruff of the neck really in that second half. But there was some good performances all round. Obviously, Abby getting a goal, Reece getting a nice goal that was very clearly over the line. Yeah, it's a good team performance, and some people stepping up as well, and yeah, making themselves known to the Farming Army.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously our standards are higher than what we've shown in recent weeks, and again what we've shown today. But you can't never knock the resilience of this club. You can't knock the endeavour of this club, and the players want to always perform in a Bristol Manor Farm shirt. I mean, they always want to give their all, and there's plenty of encouragement to do that when you look around the place today and you see the numbers that's travelled down here yet again. There's true proper loyalty from those type of people. It's great. It's something that not many other clubs have to that amount of loyalty. They might have more numbers, but when you've got a close-knit group like we've got within the Farming Army that travel home and away to all places, you want to pull on the shirt and run through walls to them. And again today I felt there's been some big performances. Some people that are obviously going to go into the season have to work harder to get their place anywhere else they want to go and play, or at this club they got to make themselves a bit more fitter and a bit more whatever. But again, that's not a conversation for today. Today's all about celebrating another solid Southern League season. We've had a cup win, we finished near on mid-table, and there's been some good emergence of young talent at the club.
Yeah, and you mentioned that obviously today wraps up our season. As say, a solid Southern League performance, a great night out at the GFA and the Cup night, and obviously I say there's a lot of people that have maybe stepped up and made themselves counted where maybe they weren't expected to participate or weren't expected to participate in those kind of positions as much as they have done. Yeah, comment on the season as a whole, and yeah, what's your thoughts looking back at it now?
Definitely, as you say there, we assembled a squad in the summer with Theo Llewellyn, Josh Biss, Louis Britton, to name three that were massively part of that squad. Then obviously we lost our captain, and again last week you've seen what a performer Jay Adams is, and congratulations as well to Yate Town today, rightly champions, led the way from start to finish. So I'm pleased for them and glad that they've done it, because obviously we seen last on Monday I commented already it was a champion's performance against us. So when you lose the services of 3 or 4 players of that level of player, you're always going to be up against it. Then we've had a few injuries to other key players, and so we've had to promote from within, so that the experience that some of the young lads have got from getting 16, 17-year-olds on a pitch in Southern League football will stand them in good stead, and hopefully this club in good stead. That's for someone else who's concerned now. Again, coming on my time, 12 years, enjoyed every moment of that. I think we've achieved a fair bit together. So the future, whatever it happens to be for Bristol Manor Farm, I believe it'll be a good one. And obviously for myself, we'll take stock for a couple of days, have a little look at things and go from there. Have a nice relaxing time, but also there's still work to do at the club, because there's a lot of loose ends to tie up and make sure that we're at a good place whatever level we're going to be performing at next season.
Yeah, and 12 years, so many highlights over that time. Western League champions, County Cup champions, promotion playoffs twice in the Southern League, and a few other interesting seasons and moments. Now you're looking back at it now, obviously this is the last time you're going to be talking to us as manager, as Bristol Manor Farm. How do you reflect on the time and those highlights and maybe some of the lowlights as well, because that's where you really learn about yourself and about your team?
Yeah, like I say, all I can say as a collective is thank you to everyone that has helped us collectively achieve what we've done. As you say, we started in the Western League and now we're established Southern League club. Thank you to that. There's people that aren't with us today, not through being elsewhere or with other clubs. There's people that were massively important to everything I've achieved to date that are no longer with us in life, you know. Like obviously the leader was Jeff Selleck for me, and it was always hard after his passing. Steve Illier was another man that I managed to attract to the club from a previous club, Bishop Sutton, who was a massive player for me, and obviously my dad. So there's three people in particular that have helped maybe me try and do the best I can. And I made mistakes and showed a little bit of indiscipline at times, but yeah, and I'm not going to fob that off with passion either. I mean, there's a way to conduct yourself in the correct way, and sometimes I overstep the mark. But likewise, I believe there's more good in me than bad, and I think there's a lot of that at the club as well. There's a lot of good people around this place, and I think every person has collectively worked hard to make this an established club. And I wish Bristol Manor Farm well, and I'd like to be able to come pop back and watch games from time to time, even if I'm attached somewhere else. And if I'm not, I'll probably come down more often than not. So from my point of view, I wish the club very, very well. Thank you for having me for the last 12 years, and I hope that we've had a good relationship.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Lee.
Top man.